Hey, Bryden here. Hope everything's going well. I promise I'm not being taken hostage. I am sitting in a beautiful place in Goa, and that's why I haven't been recording some of these videos over the last few weeks. My face is fatter. I've been eating lots of roti, lots of Indian food, but I know that's not why you're here. You're here because you're interested in AI. You're interested in tech. I am also very interested in that, and during this time that I've been gone, there has been some crazy changes with all this technology, generative AI, large language models, GPT, ChatGPT, and what I wanted to talk about today, Google AI's update on BARD, and the super fascinating. And I think a couple points are really relevant here. Is sort of this idea that OpenAI came and sort of ate Google's lunch, and then Microsoft also, with this sort of acquisition or whatever this investment was into OpenAI, is just on the pace to completely sort of dominate Google. And what's interesting is that Google actually was the sort of originators and innovators around the technologies that powers sort of GPT and sort of these large language models, with the sort of seminal paper here, Attention is All You Need, which is sort of about transformers. And this is, again, sort of the way that all these technologies are being developed. And so when people think about the sort of lack of competition from Google, it's not because the expertise is not there. It's not because they haven't understood this technology. And in fact, if we look at this screen recording that I have right now, all of that is built by basically Google Brain, Google Research, notably Aidan Gomez, who now founded the company Cohere, which is one of the, I would say, sort of leaders in this space with this kind of technology. And so overall, there's a lot of sort of questions around, can Google compete? I believe the answer is yes. I think some people believe that they maybe made a miscalculation on releasing this technology because that, I think generally Google, gets lots of criticism for the consequences of technology and what they're building. But overall, I think in this case, they were actually pretty careful with the technology that they had developed and thinking about the consequences, the unintended consequences, the ethics of it, and also, I'm guessing, just the overall power of these technologies, which probably led them to some fear. And we saw that with LaMDA, which is sort of the back end that powers this, which is an engineer who basically thought that the technology was sentient or conscious. And that was quite a big story last year. That was actually him interacting with LaMDA, which is powering BARD. And overall, there's no reason, there's no question why there are concerns about sort of the power of this technology, the possible challenges here that could emerge as this gets released into a bigger sort of function. Now, one of the things that I wanted to touch on explicitly, there was a great piece here from Sundar, who obviously, is a competitive guy, a very smart person, and talks, even brings up that they were some of the original people behind this technology. So I think they made a good note there. They have a screenshot of the of how this is going to look, and this is what I think is going to be super fascinating. Is this is a challenge to Google's current sort of model of serving advertisements. And I think besides the maybe ethical challenges that and sort of unintended consequences that came from this technology, overall, one of the challenges they were having was trying to figure out how can they allow this layer of sort of human-computer interaction without disrupting the incredible advertising business model that they have. And when we look at this sort of screenshot here, to me, it looks like quite a challenge. And I've been doing organic search and paid search for many years through Google. It's been an incredible platform for targeting ads. But overall, people have been challenging the continued existence of how they're serving, and that the quality is actually decreasing. But with OpenAI and sort of ChatGPT sort of model, and this giving, Jason Calacanis sort of Calacanis sort of in quotation marks, said, why search when you can get the answer? And I think this is actually something that people are feeling now. There's a lot of value in the search method that Google has obviously created, and it's been a huge driver for human intelligence and, just creation of value. But with OpenAI's sort of new model, it's been now a demand from customers to be able to interact with data and get the information they want in this way. And so Google's aware of this, and they then have stress to both deliver this human-computer interaction layer, but at the same time, figure out how they can continue with this business model that is one of the best business models and sort of businesses in history. So I personally don't have any doubt about the power of BARD in the system. I think one of the challenges with even with sort of ChatGPT and GPT in general is it's trained on a data set up to 2021, and there's some sort of challenges to this, and that they're doing ongoing training and stuff. But overall, Google, first of all, OpenAI is training off that set of Google of the information, sort of the web's information architected and organized by Google. And then Google has access to all this information at a quicker pace, at a real time, in a more sort of digestible manner than, say, even OpenAI and some of these other companies who don't have sort of this raw access to the internet in a way that like Google may have. Now, a couple other points that they talk about is that they are going to be releasing an API. So this is super exciting. There's a lot more things that are going on. They invested $300 million into Anthropic, which sort of spun out of OpenAI. They've got a link to Cohere here as well too. There's C3 AI. So there's a bunch of sort of investments beyond even what they're doing into this space, and it just sort of shows, I think, there's the astronomical pace that we're running at here. The different entities that are coming into this, many of them who have worthwhile, expertise. And then I think there's probably a layer coming in who probably don't, but are riding the hype train, just like we've seen with, cryptocurrency and psychedelics and lots of other sort of high risk markets that people are then able to capitalize on because of sort of the hype cycle that we're in. And overall, I think it's a super exciting time. As one layer, I'm a huge fan of this technology. I think it's incredibly powerful. We've embedded into our Speak application at Speak AI, and then the other side, I'm an advertiser and I market Speak, and so all of the work that I've done to build up organic search, all the work I've done to do, optimize paid advertising that actually works. There are concerns around that, and I'm guessing that I'm not the only one looking at this screenshot here and questioning how this all fits together. And so I think that will be sort of tested and understood over the next little while. Right now, this is being rolled out to, a small subsection of people who are sort of, they say, trusted testers. Interesting to hear how they then guide the development of this. And I think we're going to see a lot of sort of questions emerge as this comes out. So as always, I have the links, the resources on the website, on the video below. There's a lot of them. Obviously it's a super interesting time with the sort of competition between Microsoft, between Google, other players who are in this space. I have this article here about Google freaking out about ChatGPT. And I think that it makes sense. I think, in some cases we see this might not be a good thing, but focus on ethics and consequences and testing led to them actually losing some of the power of this release with OpenAI and ChatGPT and sort of stuff taking the internet by storm. So excited to see how this all plays out. Check out these links. Would love to hear what you think. And I apologize for a little bit of delay of creating videos. I'm doing my best. My microphone didn't hook up, so I'm doing a little bit about piecing together here kind of thing. But I just have seen so much incredible stuff in AI, in generative AI happen as I've been on this little trip in India here. I'll be back creating more, hopefully a little bit more consistently here. And I've recorded a couple India videos if you want to check those out as well too. Been doing lots of filming and stuff. But as always, I love you. Thank you for checking this out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.